Good morning, friends. Just woken up. Today is the day I start HRT, so I thought I'd document it for you and in the hope that it might help you. So first of all, I'm going to chat to you about the symptoms that I've had, because you might be having the same symptoms, because I didn't actually put these symptoms to perimenopausal until gradually over the last 6 months, I got more and more symptoms. Over the last 6 months, I started to wake up every single night between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't put this down to being perimenopausal. I just thought, oh, I'm waking up and maybe my body's got used to that habit. So I would just have very agitated sleep, which it wasn't like nightmares or anything like that, but I would wake up feeling really just like had to shake off some weird feeling. So I'd walk around the apartment and then I would go back to sleep, and I went back to sleep fine actually. So that was, didn't put that down to anything. And then alongside that, I would say I had low mood. I didn't feel what I would say is depressed, but I had low moods. But what I missed actually was feelings of inspiration. So I feel my happiest when I feel inspired by something, like a new idea or, something to make or do that inspires me and makes me feel really happy. And so I wasn't really getting inspired. Again, didn't put it down to being perimenopausal, just thought, oh, well, maybe it's just a reflection of tough times out there. We've had COVID, we've had Brexit, obviously now all the increases in energy costs and, perhaps a looming recession. So it was a bit like, oh, maybe it's just that. And then I started getting waves of sweat, feeling like I've just worked out at a gym actually, it's just sweaty all over. And it wasn't till the last couple of months actually that I started getting really bad chest pain, and the chest pain was from stress. And listen, I know it's a stressful time for businesses and individuals, and it's really tough out there, but I'd just been through the business with COVID and Brexit, and we'd kind of made it through the skin of our teeth. And I found it really stressful, but I didn't get these chest pains. But recently, I've been getting chest pains, and I think it must be anxiety. I found it difficult to get clear thoughts. And I was like, oh, maybe this is like a bit of brain fog. And then I was like, oh, hang on. I've got sweats, broken sleep, chest pain, and I've got this foggy head. I think actually now I might be perimenopausal. So I phoned my doctor and told her, and along with what I was experiencing, she said, yeah, I think you are perimenopausal, so let's start you on some HRT on a fairly low dose to start with. Basically for me, as soon as I was perimenopausal, I knew I wanted to go on HRT. There's osteoporosis in my family, so I wanted to make sure that my bone density, I was mindful of that. And also with Beauty in the Boutique, I absolutely adore running a company with all my lovely colleagues and Crispian, but I can't really afford to not be on the ball because it's tough out there. And, running a business is really stressful in these times. And we're a small independent business. So I knew that, I needed to keep myself mentally on form to be able to cope with those pressures. I thought it was important for me to make a really honest video on starting HRT, which I'm about to start today. This is the one I'm starting. I think this is Everall Sequi 50. I think there is one lower than this. I've read really good reviews about it. I've read bad reviews about it, but this is the one that my doctor has recommended me, my NHS doctor. So she's a lovely doctor, I trust what she says, so I'm going to give it a go. But I thought if I document what it's like taking HRT for the first time, and if it's bad, then I can say that as well. I just thought it might be helpful for someone out there. If it's not, can skip through this video and watch one of my makeup tutorials. There are loads of different HRT, so I won't go in the specifics of this one, but what I will do is track how HRT makes me feel. I think it's going to take a few months to really settle, but I thought this would be interesting just to see, what it does. If you're still watching this video and you're interested in this type of thing, I would love you to comment below on your experiences, because I think things like this can be really helpful to others. So if there is a way of commenting on this video about what you're going through, what you've tried, what works well for you, then please share it for others, and I will keep you updated. Basically, obviously my HRT, putting that on coincides with worming and defleeing all my animals, which I have to do each month. Got 7 animals, so it's quite a full-on job. So might as well do my HRT on the same day. So I'm gonna mark on the instruction leaflet the day I'm starting HRT, which is a Sunday, which means I need to change the patch on a Wednesday, change it again on the Sunday. So in the inside of my cupboard door, I have notes here, the important notes of like things I need to do. So I'm gonna actually put all this here is the instruction leaflet for the HRT and all the things to be aware of. It's on. Quite nervous. Let's see how it, yeah, quite nervous. I'm kind of expecting an immediate change. Oh, I don't think there will be one, but yeah, I'll keep you posted. Hi friends, little update. I have just changed the first patch. I'm on my second patch now. It's now Thursday and I started the HRT on Sunday. I wanted to give you an update of the first few days. This might help you if you're thinking about HRT, or if you're on HRT, it might help you. I haven't felt loads different, which I'm kind of quite pleased with, because I was really worried about some of the side effects, which sound quite scary in the little pamphlet bit. But like everything has side effects. So I just had to kind of just go with it and be like, right, I'm just gonna wait and see. The positive thing I've noticed is that really so I put the patch on Sunday, and from Sunday through to today, I have not woken up once throughout the night, which has been the biggest change I've seen, because really for most of this year I've woken up throughout the night, and then the broken sleep does make me quite tired. But since being on these HRT, even the last week, I've slept straight through. The first few nights I did feel like I was really hot, but that seems to have started to kind of, my body temperature things started to regulate itself. I don't know if it helps the fact that I've invested in some pure cotton pajamas just to help my skin breathe. And I wanted to let you know some other little things I've been doing, because one of the side effects of HRT, it said, not for everyone, it said potential weight gain. I haven't weighed myself. I did weigh myself at the start of HRT so I can keep a track. But what I've been doing is just being extra conscious of what I am eating. In a perimenopausal age, I know that we have to up our protein intake because we lose muscle mass. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you what I just bought for my lunch. I just bought this, it's a pesto pasta that I've bought, but it has edamame, oh, I can't ever say that word, edamame beans in it. And I've looked at the back purposely at the protein content, and the protein of this is 22 grams, which I thought was pretty good. I'm a vegetarian, so finding things that have high protein is really important. So those little changes I thought might help, I hope will help. But so far so good. I still feel quite head foggy, so I'm hoping that will go. I'm not expecting kind of absolute miracles on HRT, but they say it has an accumulative effect, so I'm hoping the head fog will go, because that to me I found the most frustrating. But yeah, that's my update so far, and I will check in when I have anything else to update you with that might be useful. Hi friends, back, excuse the hair. I'm in pajamas, typical. Just thought I'd make you a little video before I get ready for work this morning, because I have just completed month 2 of HRT, and yeah, I'm really happy with the results I've experienced. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like, ta-da, my life has changed. It's not like that. The changes are subtle, but they build up I feel just lighter emotionally. I hadn't realised that I felt before like I was carrying this rucksack of just heavy emotion. I wasn't over emotional or anything, but I just felt a bit weighed down. I guess the term I think is I felt a bit weighed down with life. And I'd be lying if I said that running a company in these times was easy, because it's actually been so incredibly challenging. And I think when hormones are out of whack, it's even harder to sort of put a brave face on. But certainly I feel a lot lighter, and I feel like challenges that come my way are just a bit more easier to deal with. And I think that's down to a lot that my head fog has lifted. I found before just making decisions, my head was like all blurry. I mean, I didn't even realise it, apart from I knew that I kept going to do something and then my attention would be taken elsewhere and think, oh, I've got to do, I just couldn't order my thoughts. So anyway, the head fog has lifted. I know a lot of people worry about weight gain on HRT. I've probably put on a few pounds, but I feel that in month 2, things are evening out a little bit. I'm not dieting in any way, but I'm being conscious of what I'm eating. I've definitely got less spotty before I'm due on. So I used to get terrible spots around here before I was due on, and like I'm due on tomorrow, so I look a bit tired, but I don't have these spots around my chin that I was getting. Excuse this bruise on my finger. I dropped a weight on my finger. I wasn't even doing weightlifting. I just picked it up to move it and dropped it, so I didn't even get any benefit from it. So yeah, so far so good. And I know I'm lucky that the first time I've tried HRT, it's worked for me, because I know that sometimes you have to kind of try a few different variations to get the right balance. But I feel fortunate that the first one I've tried has been successful. And yes, I will update you again probably in another month, or when I've got some makeup on and I feel a bit more confident in front of the camera. Hi friends, I've actually got makeup on this time. I've actually done my hair. So yeah, I just thought I'd have a little catch up, because I've actually been on HRT now for well over 6 months, and I wanted to chat with you about the main difference that I've noticed. And I would say the biggest difference for me is I've been able to sleep. I mean, I don't wake up at all now. I have a full night's sleep, which has really made a difference to how I feel in the day. I don't have hot sweats at all. I can't remember the last time I had a hot sweat, which is amazing. I have maybe 4 days in a month where my head feels really foggy. So that still happens, but compared to head fog every day, it's brilliant. I don't feel overly stressed or overly anxious. Before, I was having really bad chest pains. I don't have that anymore. I mean, obviously you've always got the ups and downs of life still, but I seem to be able to handle them a lot better. What else? Oh, I tell you what was really a lovely surprise is I felt so driven and so motivated and had a lot more creative thoughts, and I just felt like I got a bit of my zest for wanting to do things again back. And that was lovely, because I hadn't actually realised how much of that had gone, because I feel like when perimenopause things come on, it's like a drip effect over time. So it's a little bit insidious, because you don't actually notice it until they all compound. And actually, I never ever would have thought that it affected my motivation and drive so much, but it really had. So after about like month 2, month 3, I just felt really motivated and driven again. The weight gain thing has balanced out. it did make me put on about half a stone. I do feel just so much more like me. I feel like I've got me back, which has just been amazing. I know that HRT isn't for everyone. I know that some people can't go on it. I know that some people, it's not right for them and it's not the right decision for them. And some people want to handle it in a much more different way. And I went to a chat actually about dealing with perimenopause in ways that could help without going on HRT. I looked into that as well. And the advice there was, the advice that we all know: eat really well, eat lots of greens, up your protein massively. You really do resistance exercising, which that's one thing I haven't done anything of. I haven't done any kind of resistance exercise. So that's my next thing. And I've also started taking magnesium supplement, which apparently is very good and helps just calm the nerves. It helps sleep and things like that. And I've really just invested in a good multivitamin and omega-3s. So I'm no expert. I'm just sharing what has worked for me in the hope that it might give someone else some more information. Whatever stage you're at, I just wish you, lots of health, lots of unfogginess. I wish you no more hot sweats. And I think we're all in this together, aren't we? Whatever you choose to do for you is right for you. And thinking of you all, send you all loads of love. And it's tough being a girl, isn't it? It's a toughie. See you soon. Bye.